Bundle Chats with Lacey. Welcome back. Here he comes again.
You might be a redneck if you go on a field trip to pick bagworms off a Christmas tree farm.
It's educational.
All right, good morning, everybody. It's Brad and Lacey here on Nelson Ridge Farm. Welcome back to all of our old friends, and welcome if this is your first time. Hey, we got a bundle order this morning. It's a cold Tennessee morning in November, and we've run out of plastic wrap. So we're doing our first change of plastic wrap ever on the John's Welding Bundler. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to try to figure it out.
I'm just taking stuff off.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. In here, I thought you wanted me to tell stories about how we met at WWF wrestling match. Go ahead.
So Brad said this morning, this order right here gets us halfway to paying for the bundler. I said, I was thinking this order gets us about having the ER bill paid off for when I smashed my finger in the splitter last winter. And for you, our new viewers that don't know, you can watch the video. We actually, of course, caught it on video. We were splitting wood, and I just wasn't watching my thumb placement. It was over a little bit, and the splitter came down. Luckily, I had gloves on, but I ended up in the ER. Small chip. The nerve blocking shot hurt worse than any of the smashed thumb. And yeah, but we're all better. Little scar. It itches a lot sometimes. I don't know what that's about. But
I saved the piece of wood she was splitting when it happened, so I'll mount that for the a trophy on the wall.
I don't know. I may have already said it. I'm a little perfectionist on the bundles. Want them to look nice. Want them to wrap tight. So I could go a lot faster, but I don't know. I get picky. It's like playing Tetris. 9 to 12 pieces of wood per bundle. Yep. So, there we go. All right. Get it started. So we don't need to put our flyers in any of these? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Right.
From last 2 springs ago now.
Okay.
It wasn't last spring, but it was the spring before.
Okay.
We had that derecho, which was a straight line wind. I'd never heard of it before, but instead of a tornado, it was straight line. It came all the way across the property and knocked all these trees down.
Yep.
What do you think about our firewood adventure from then to now? I mean, you thought I was crazy at first. You can go through that. And
I still think he's a little crazy. He just got lucky on this, and it actually panned out. No, never dreamed that it would go as well as it has. So, I think it's cool.
So here's what I think. I think you and maybe me secretly thought we had way too much wood. What are we ever going to do with all this wood? This little old chicken coop was full. It had about 3 or 4 cords in it. We got some stacked over here. We had a bunch other places, and
his niece was calling him a log hoarder because he has to show his wood off, and he's like, look at all this wood, and we need to cut more. And I'm like, we don't need more wood. We're
wrap.
You asked.
So, and then now, since September, and this is just barely November,
yeah,
we're out. So,
you better get cutting.
We got a lot to do. All right, so you, after we did all that hickory and we had to spend like 3 days in a row doing hickory, you ordered me not to take any more firewood orders for large bundles. For large quantities. And then, can you explain to our friends out there what you immediately did after you ordered me not to do that?
Ow! Yeah, I got a splinter. I can explain to our friends that you misheard me. What I said was, we are not taking any more large orders, large firewood ricks, large bundle orders, you know, like 26 bundles that have to be done in an hour kind of thing, that we needed time. Our lives didn't allow for us to drop everything and bundle firewood or load firewood. That's what I said, not what he heard. So then after the large 5 ricks of wood, I had a long time, one of my oldest friends here in Dixon messaged and said, hey, how many ricks do you have? I need 3 or 4. I said, oh yeah. Again, I'm thinking of all this wood we got stacked up here. We've got that. And I said, do you need it right now? And she said, no. And I said, all right, well, we'll start getting you a couple of ricks. I was thinking 1 a month here and there. He thinks that's the same as his 5 rick order that has to be done in 5 days that we didn't even have the wood cut for.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around.
Okay.
And show them our tiny little remnants over here is what she sold. So we have 4 face cords dry, and she sold 3 or 4 of them. So we're starting back to 0.
And excuse me for believing that the wood stacked over there was for selling. Next thing on my mind on Bundle Chats with Lacey, Scarlett's school teacher pulled her aside and said, hey, do you think your mom would be open to having field trips out at the farm? And Scarlett said, well, I don't know, but I'll ask her. She said, okay. So I say to Brad, what do you think? He said, absolutely not. Like, he doesn't even think about it for a half a second. I think it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, probably redo this.
And I have since kept thinking of ideas, things the kids could do. We can do a hay ride. We'll have a picnic lunch up here. Nature stuff, you know, praying mantis case in the Christmas trees or bagworms. I thought they could have a scavenger hunt, and whoever picks the most bagworms gets a prize. They could paint Christmas ornaments.
Listen to me. Has anybody ever out there gone on a field trip to pick bagworms?
Okay.
Does anybody know what a bagworm is? They're horrible little sacks of bugs that hang onto these Christmas trees. Come on out and pick them, kids.
There's a prize in it. Anyways, they could pet the horses, pet UT girl. I think it could be a whole lot of fun. The upside, 60, 120 kids get to take home an ornament that they made at Nelson Ridge Farm that we will be selling this year at the farmer's market. It's just good publicity, and it's a good community thing to do. Kids needed an outdoor, inexpensive field trip, and we give it to them. So, that's the current family debate. Let us know what you think. Bundle Chats with Lacey. Welcome back. Next thing on my mind is animal rescuing, that we are active in the rescue community. We adopted our horses. All our dogs are adopted. You've seen our foster puppies on some of our videos. It's something that we feel pretty passionately about, some of us more than others. And one of our fellow YouTubers, one of my favorite shout outs was, watch Nelson Ridge Farm. They're a little bit wood mixed in with a little bit animal rescue.
Oh, yeah, that was Ernie.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's one of my favorite shout outs, and I think a perfect description of Nelson Ridge Farm.
Ernie Hatmaker.
Ernie Hatmaker. So, just thinking, it's this time of year you'll start seeing fundraisers. If you aren't looking to adopt, fostering is always an amazing option for a rescue. It's providing a temporary home for an animal, getting them out of the shelter until they get adopted. And then just donating. So, don't think you can't make a difference with your $5 donation. Make that donation. And that goes for whatever your charity cause is, honestly. That's it. That's my soapbox.
Security cam footage. What are these? 13 bundles.
All right. Thanks for joining me with my bundle chats today. Hope you enjoyed some of our stories. Let us know where you weigh in on field trips and firewood and rescue animals. Oh my. Thanks for liking, watching, subscribing. See y'all next time on Nelson Ridge Farm.
All right. Baker's dozen, 13 delivered. And there's my competition. So he was almost out of that. Good looking cherry wood.